All right, welcome back, everybody. More live coverage of the Hales Corners Sim Racing League, Big Block Modifieds at Cedar Lake. Show number 4 for the evening. I'm pretty sure about now Dominic Santina is going live via the Facebook page with the Dirt Kings. Maybe just a few minutes, maybe not right this second. I think their practice started at the top of the hour, and he was going to wait till about 10 after to go live. So should have more racing action. 5 shows for you tonight. Got big shows coming up the rest of the week. We're going to be on a 13-race schedule in 5 days every week right here. So make sure that you like, share, and follow the Dirt Racing Network on Facebook. If you're over on YouTube and Twitch, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. You'll know every time we go live. Plenty of league action all over the service. About 2.5 minutes, 28. Big Block Modifieds checked in here tonight. Non-points event. If you're a follower of the Hales Corners, guys, you know that they run street stocks followed by limited late models every single night. They take a couple, 3 weeks during their season and have fun nights when they bring in a couple of mods they don't normally run. They get a little bit of testing, have a little fun with it, and kind of make it a party. And they ran the UMP Modifieds. Now they're following up with the big blocks here. Glad we got lights working at this place when they first released it. No night lighting. Made it interesting, having to race in the day all the time. Dirt racing doesn't often happen during the day. It is a nighttime event, nocturnal, if you will. Down to about 1 minute and 40 seconds here. In about, I would say a minute, we will go to our pre-race ceremonies, our invocation, and our national anthem. Come back, catch the end of their qualifying session, get ready for heat races. I know we're going to have 3 heat races for you. About 9 cars in each one. 5 of those will go straight to the feature. We'll have a B-Main where we pick up 5 more. 20 cars for 30 laps tonight. You're a big Andy Gross fan, aren't you, Brian? Awesome. Nick, Anthony, welcome. Guys, don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. I don't care where you are. I can see it in my multi-chat. Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. About time for a public address to take over here, so we will give it up to the public address announcer, and they will get us started with tonight's pre-race ceremonies.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and
All right. Big thank you to the Foleys once again. Right now, quick qualifier tonight. Reed Arundel, 13.814 seconds. Nick Sobiak at 13.826. And Orion Fisher, 13.836. That's your top three. Then Gary Budzine, Blake Johnson, Brandon Hull, Dean Gagliano, J.J. Schilling, Jason Enoch, and Caden Carlson. Andy Gross actually qualifying 11th this evening. Crazy part is only about a 10th off. But a 10th of a second worth 10 positions on the speed chart tonight. So we'll see what that does for Andy Gross. 23, a car of Nick Sobiak, just parked on the backstretch, hanging out. Waiting for the time to wind out. Nate Anderson getting a few extra laps in here. Definitely going to have to stop doing that when he gets out here in competition. That's a no-no. Jordan Matson, your UMP winner tonight. 9th quick in qualifying, 13.912, so exactly 1/10 off of your pole sitter. So about 40 seconds, we'll move on to the first of our 3 heat races. Yeah, Christopher, it definitely will be interesting. These cars don't do quite as well with the beating and the banging. They're a little heavier, and it's not quite as easy to get them as upset, but if you do get them upset, they are a big handful to bring back. Instead of just coming back and trying to settle in the middle, they want to go left and right before they do. So you almost have to stop the car to get them back up underneath you. All right, qualifying session ending. Heat racing action about to begin. 10 cars scheduled in your first heat race. Top 5 are going straight to the A main. We get ready to run down the grid. Jason Enoch, a 66 car on the pole, with Dean Gagliano on his outside. Second row on the inside, the GB Restoration and Repair, number 77 from East Joy, Wisconsin, Gary Budzine. On the outside of him, tonight's quick qualifier in the Buddies Racing Group Equipment, TDC Race Team, number 43 from Oxford, Michigan, Reed Rundle. Third row on the inside, the Extreme Speed Cyclone Motorsports, number 7 from Caledonia, Wisconsin, Steve Nicholas. And the outside of him in the SKD Fast Wings, Team SKD, number 118 from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Scott King. Fourth row inside, the Shark RC car bodies, and number 112 from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, Chris Johnson. On the outside of him, the Sorens Ford, number 11, another Menominee Falls driver, that is Ricky Johnson. And row 5 on the inside, the CJR Pride of Tosa, number 64 from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, Randy Runner, with Jason Blackburn on the 4 car. The outside of that row. It looks like that's actually going to be the 5 car, not the 4, the 5 car on the outside of that row. All right, green flag in the air. A little bit of a stretched out start here. It looks like Gagliano going to lead us into 1 and 2. And now Jason Enoch back around him into the point position. Gonna have to let you guys watch this for just a second. Having a small technical issue here. All right, guys, sorry about that. A little bit of a technical issue. Back to it, coming to 2 to go. Reed Rundle now out in front. Jason Enoch, Dean Gagliano, and Steve Nicholas battling over 3rd and 4th. And Scott King is sitting in the final transfer spot right in front of Chris Johnson right now. They're going to come out of 4, see the white flag. Slow car on the inside. Justin Blackburn in that 5 machine. He moves out of the way, letting these guys have their battles. Rundle 1.5 seconds in front of Enoch. Rundle will win Heat 1. Enoch second. Nicholas going to come home third. Gagliano and King will be your top 5. We'll see Johnson, Budzine, Brunner, Blackburn, and Ricky Johnson in our B main. All right, Heat 2, gridding out on the front stretch for us here. On to the pole. 29 of Caden Carlson on his outside, the 1 of J.J. Schilling. Row 2 on the inside, the Keurig Electric LLC 00 from Waukesha, Wisconsin. Blake Johnson on the outside of him, the RLV Faster Motors VLR. Number 23 from Big Bend, Wisconsin, it's Nick Sobiek. Third row inside, the Renegade Race Cars. Renegade Racing, number 67 of R.J. Tackman from Hartford, Wisconsin. On his outside, the Burnside Motorsports, number 55, John Burnside. Fourth row, inside, the I-94 Raceway number 17 from Slinger, Wisconsin, Dean Burnt. On the outside of him, in the 13, Nate Anderson. On the back row, in the 126, going to be Dean Wallach, and I'm sure he'll move to the outside of that last row there and make it an 8-car field. All right, green this time right here out of turn number 4, just waiting for the flag man to show the laundry. There it is, guys, kind of bumping and banging on top of each other. But we'll go through a 1 and 2. Carlson with the point down the backstretch. Schilling into second. Blake Johnson, R.J. Tackman, Sobiak from the outside of row 2 fell all the way back to 5th for a second. And now using the top side to try to run back down the front 4. Gets around Tackman, move him into 4th. Now got his sights set on the 00. Blake Johnson goes inside out of turn 4. Cut from the top side and dropped it down. Now he's got 3rd. Sobiak up to 3rd. Now Tackman around Johnson, who got out of shape in 1 and 2. Still Caden Carlson out in front of J.J. Schilling. That's your top 2 at the moment. Sobiak and Tackman close toe right there. And then Blake Johnson's a good distance back to Dean Burnt in 6. John Burnside and Dean Wallach are running out to the back of the field right there. But J.J. Schilling making a move for the lead. Just didn't have enough room right there as they're reaching the halfway point of heat number 1. Schilling now trying to work the top side, coming to 4 to go. Carlson able to keep the 29 car in a pretty good position, making Schilling have to really make choices on how he's going to try to go around. Now Schilling goes from the top side to the bottom in 3 and 4. Not quite enough there. They're allowing Tackman and Sobiak to catch up. It's going to be a 4-car battle for the win. Now Tackman looking on the inside for 3rd against Sobiak. We're coming to 2 to go here. That's your top 4 on the screen. Contact between Tackman and Sobiak, and now a spun car. Both drivers going to end up paying the price on that deal. Caden Carlson on the white flag lap. J.J. Schilling in tow. Those two headed for your feature. Blake Johnson up to 3rd. Dean Burnt now in 4th. And John Burnside going to claim that 5th and final transfer spot. So interesting events. Tackman, Owalik, Sobiek, and Anderson all in the B main here in just a minute. But we've got one more heat race to get through. On the pole in the Shark RC car bodies, Gross Racing, number 14 from Hartford, Wisconsin, Andy Gross, and on his outside, Jordan Matson in the 18 car. Second row on the inside, the 99 of Brandon Holden. On the outside of him, the Pincala Auto Solutions, number 41 from Oak Creek, Wisconsin, Ryan Fisher. Third row on the inside, the Scribble Car Wash Black Flag Racing, number 8 from Waterford, Wisconsin, Peter Brees, and on his outside, the Ski Graphics, number 15 of David Kinjerski. Fourth row on the inside, the Raceway Hats Team MAS, number 21 from Sheboygan, Wisconsin, Trevor Frank, and on his outside, the Extreme Speed Cyclone Motorsports, number 16 from Racing, Wisconsin, it's Randy Nicholas. The back row, all by himself in the Black Flag Racing, number 10 from West Dallas, Wisconsin, Tony Itzkowski. Gonna regret this. Oh, I can't do it that way. All right, green flag this time. Heat race number 3 underway. Matson getting good starts. Has all night long against Gross, but he clipped the wall getting into one, and Gross is going to get away with the lead. It's going to be Brandon Hull slipping into the second position. Then Matson's going to fall all the way to third. Trevor Frank up to fourth on the inside, that 21 machine there. He's going to make a bid for third on Matson. Matson finds the outside wall. That allows Fisher and Kinjerski to get by. So now Kinjerski and Matson going to battle for the fifth and final direct transfer spot. Hull's going to make a bid for the lead at the front. And Ryan Fisher took a look on the inside of Trevor Frank. So they're 2 wide to 3 deep in your top 6. As we've completed 3 of the 10 scheduled laps. Gross and Hull still battling hard for that lead. Good side-by-side action. Now Matson has gotten around Kinjerski, secured fifth all by himself. It looks like Trevor Frank has gotten away from Ryan Fisher. The battle at the front still side-by-side. Now Gross has the advantage with 4 to go. Gross, Hull, Frank, Fisher, and Matson, your top 5, as Brees and Kinjerski go side by side for 6th. Battle's going to heat back up at the front as we get down here to around 3 to go, as Hull got a good run through 1 and 2. Just too much momentum out of 3 and 4 off the top side for Andy Gross. He's going to have a pretty good gap as we come to the 2 to go marker. Fisher still in third. Matson in fourth. Peter Brees now up to fifth, and he's got his hands full. Itzkowski has gotten up there as Nicholas Frank and Kinjerski. Kinjerski off track. So David Kinjerski will be into the B main looking to secure one of those 5 spots to make it into the feature tonight. White flag in the air. Hull back on the attack. I don't think he's got enough real estate to get it done. Gross wins heat 3. Hull second. Fisher in third. Jordan Matson in fourth. And Peter Brees punches his ticket to the A main straight from the heats. Hitzkowski, Nicholas Frank, and Kinjerski will be in the B main. All right, that B main out here on the track right now. And it's Budzine and Itzkowski in row number 1. Tackman Johnson, row 2. Row 3, Owalik and Nicholas. Brunner and Sobiek in row 4. Frank and Blackburn in row 5. Row 6, Anderson and Kinjerski. And Ricky Johnson scheduled to be on the back by himself. Right now, Nate Anderson and Ricky Johnson not making the call. So down to 11 cars. We're looking for 5. Okay. Last chance to get in. Gonna watch the car that's back here in 12th. 15 car of David Kinjerski. Used to seeing him a lot closer to front, usually punching his ticket to get in the feature early. He has got his hands full. He and Trevor Frank both starting in the last row of the B main.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. B main underway. Oh, contact. Saw contact at the back. Wallach Nicholas kind of getting a little frisky at the back. Right now it's Budzine, Tackman, Johnson, Ichkowski, and Trevor Frank. Trevor Frank backwards. That is going to probably do him in right there. Kinjerski already stopped on the infield as he got a big piece of some of that melee. So the 15 car looks like he is going to be done for the evening as well. We'll go back to the front. Budzine, Tackman, Chris Johnson, Nick Sobiak, and Tony Ichkowski, your top five are right now. And Randy Nicholas in sixth. Dean Wallach. Actually, Justin Blackman is still on track, is up to seventh, and he is right in front of the leaders. So he was part of all of that melee that took out from Wallach on back. Finishing up lap 5 of 12 here. Around Blackburn. Blackburn out of shape right there, right in front of all your leaders. Now contact Sobiek and Johnson as Johnson checked up for the out of shape car, and Sobiek got in there, took the spot away. So Sobiek up to third, Johnson to fourth, Ichkowski still fifth. Randy Nichols works around to the lap car of Blackburn, and he is in sixth. Needs to catch up and pass the 10 car in front of him if he wants to make it to the feature tonight. Coming around to get the 4 to go signal. Slide job for the lead. Don't think he got, maybe he did get it. Maybe by a nose. Tackman had it that time. Now off the top side of 2. Big run down the backstretch coming to 2 to go. RJ Tackman to the lead. Budzine, Sobiek, Johnson, Ichkowski, still your top 5. Randy Nicholas has been closing the gap a little at a time, but too a little to actually mount a challenge and take away this position to go to the A main as the white flag's in the air, unless Ichkowski makes a mistake. He will start 20th in our feature tonight. RJ Tackman's going to win the B main pretty easily now that he's gotten around Budzine. Sobiak came with him. He finishes second. Budzine in third. Chris Johnson in fourth. And out of 3 and 4, Tony Ichkowski is going to pick up that final transfer spot. So our 20 car field is set. 30 laps will be thrown on the big board. We'll get ready to run through the lineup as soon as they are ready to grid out. But okay. All right. 20 cars, 30 laps on the pole. Going to be the 99 of Brandon Hull. J.J. Schilling will start on his outside. Row 2, Jason Enoch inside. Andy Gross on the outside. Caden Carlson on the inside of row 3 with Reed Rundle on the outside of that row. The 4th row, Steve Nicholas inside, Blake Johnson outside. Ryan Fisher starts inside row 5 with Dean Gagliano on his outside. The 6th row, Dean Burt on the inside, Jordan Matson outside. Row 7, Scott King inside, John Burnside outside. Peter Brees starts inside row 8 with R.J. Tackman on his outside. The 9th row, Nick Sobiak inside, Gary Budzine on the outside. In the back row, Chris Johnson and Tony Itzkowski inside and out. So field working its way under pace through 3 and 4 for the final time. Next time they come out of there, the green flag will show 30 laps. All right, pace truck.
Green flag.
Streaking away from the field, green flag. In the air, we are underway. Big block modified Cedar Lake Hales Corner Speedway Sim Racing League. And Brandon Hull going to jump to the early lead, but Schilling's going to go to the top shelf. See if he can take it out of turn number 4, and it's Schilling at the line for lap number 1. Hull second, Enoch, then Gross and Rundle, 4th and 5th. Caden Carlson, Blake Johnson, Steve Nicholas, Ryan Fisher, Dean Burnt, your top 10. Side by side action back. Oh, Carlson gets the car sideways. Caution on the Speedway. It's Caden Carlson. The 29 car went in, and he had a pretty good run coming out of 4 right here on Reed Rundle. Got down in the corner, nowhere to go with all the speed. Tried to check the car up and just lost the back end of it. Dean Burnt. No, that's not Burnt. Steve Nicholas ended up getting spun around pretty quick there. All right. So, out in front. We have no idea. I don't have any idea who's out in front of this thing. Maybe J.J. Schilling. There we go. Finally got the lineup to stop scrolling through. It's Schilling, Hull, Enoch. Then Gross, Rundle, and Blake Johnson, your top 6. The lights go off on the pace truck, and we will go green. 27 laps to go.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. Racing once again. Schilling, slider line through 1 and 2, but Hull is going to cut underneath and have the inside in 3 and 4. Is it enough to get the lead away from Schilling out of 4? Not this time, and here comes Gross. He's going to the top side. Enoch, Blake Johnson up there. Reed Rundle now works his way into 4th off the bottom. Now Andy Gross around the top side takes 2nd away. He's in behind Schilling. So it's Schilling, Gross, Hull, Rundle, and Enoch. And caution again. Peter Brees and R.J. Tackman, it looks like. And these guys stacked right on top of each other. You see Burnside in there. R.J. down in there. Burnside got in the backside of him, backed him into the fence, and it just stacked guys up. That's why Brees was slow getting away from that. All right. Schilling, Gross, Hull, Rundle, Enoch, Fisher, Matson, King, Sobiak, and Burnside are your top 10 right now. 24 laps to go. All right, pace truck out of the way. Green flag back in the air, racing once again. 24 laps to go. Schilling with the slider line. Here comes Gross with the cut under, and easily Andy Gross goes straight to the lead in turn number 3. Has to check the car, couldn't get to the outside. I think Schilling's going to have the lead back at the line. Reed Rundle now working his way into the 3rd position. He's on the inside next to the 14 of Andy Gross into 3 and 4. Caution behind him. John Burnside once again. Let's go see what happened to the 55 machine. Little out of shape down the front stretch. Gets the car back underneath him. Oh, right across and into Gagliano, then into Chris Johnson, and he tumbles out of turn 2. That car is going to land on its wheels, and he will have to rejoin the back of the field. All right, forming the field back up, getting ready to go back to green the next time out of turn 4. Still Schilling, Gross, Rundle, Hull, Fisher, and Enoch, your top 6. Green flag back in the air. A-Main back underway. 22 laps to go. Schilling bumps the wall going into 3. That allows Gross to get on the inside. And Reed Rundle was down on the 3 wide at the very bottom of that. Now, here comes Brandon Hull again running around the top side trying to take 3rd. Back from Rundle, and he's got it going into 3. Enoch, King, and Sobiek behind that. Scott King working the bottom right here. The 118 machine down on the inside. Now gives up spots to Enoch and Sobiek. And it looks like Ryan Fisher trying to work his way around as well. Front 4. Schilling, Gross, Hull, and Rundle single file. And then it is a battle behind that as Enoch is on the inside. Sobiek's up on the top. Sobiek and Enoch, little contact. That slows up Fisher. Here comes King back into the mix. Batson now into the fray. This all inside your top 10 right here. 13 down, 17 to go. Schilling maintaining half a second on Andy Gross. I saw Fisher get the car way sideways on the exit of 2. Now, King moves him up the hill and takes the spot away. Moves Scott King to 7th. Ryan Fisher to 8th. Matson is 9th. And there comes Nicholas into the 10th position in the 7 car. And again, trading paint just a little down to the backstretch as Fisher gets around Scott King. Move him into 7th. King back to 8th. Now, Matson working the high side. He's going to move King back to 9th. King gets out of shape through the grass. Has to check the car way down. That's a lot of spots he's given up. We'll go check the front. Schilling, Gross. Here comes your caution. I don't know if this was Brees or not. I don't think it was. I think it happened in front of him. He's just very slow to get away from turns 3 and 4. Yeah, it was right there. That's why Gagliano was backwards. And we'll see what happened to Dean here. Tackman right in front of him. Not enough action around him to make me think this was anything more than self-inflicted. Taps the wall right front up on it. Yep, every time. Drove the car right up on top of the wall. That'll put him into the trailer. So we'll go back to the front of the field here. Schilling, Gross, Hull, Rundle, Enoch, Sobiek, Matson, Fisher, Nicholas, and King, your top 10. All right. Doubling them up. Past the halfway point, 13 laps to go. Schilling on to the point.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air and a great start on the outside. 14 car of Gross. Schilling comes up the hill, couldn't shut the door.
Man, caution is out.
And
Caution is out.
caution. 17 car of Dean burnt. And let's see what happened to Dean here. He's restarting in here about 13th. Into 1 and 2. Gets a little help on the left rear corner from the 00 of Blake Johnson, I believe. He gets himself turned around. He's going to rejoin the field out of the back. So Gross will have the point. Schilling will be on the outside, and then Rundle inside of row 2 with Hull on the outside. Sobiek inside row 3. Ryan Fisher on the outside for this restart. 12 laps remain. All right, lights off on the pace truck. Green this time out of turn number 4. King of the restart. On pole position right here, J.J. Schilling's been getting great restarts all night long. He's going to try to time up another one here, and he got a great run. Out of 4. Will he have the slider line closed off on the exit? Schilling around the top side. Big momentum down the backstretch. Gross slams the door. Check Schilling up. I'm surprised Rundle didn't go inside and go around them all right there, but he's making a battle for the lead as well. 99 of Hull poked his nose in there. Andy Gross hanging on to it with J.J. Schilling and Reed Rundle in tow. Now Hull up on the fence, and he is going to take that car up and out and into the pits. That car left the stadium. Sobiek inherits fourth, but he's a good distance back. Sliders back and forth at the front. Schilling and Gross going at it. Rundle right in tow. Top 3 were just about touching each other when they went into 3 and 4. Now a little bit of separation. So we're coming down to 8 to go this time by. And J.J. Schilling all over Gross, waiting to, trying to force a mistake so he can get around him. Good drive into the corner, closes it up, just not able to stay there. Laps ticking away, watching how close. Here's the slider in 3 and 4 for Schilling. Didn't quite have enough to hold the lead, but he kept him on the inside. Now Schilling's going to have to cross over. Does he have the power down the backstretch to take the lead? Slides it up in the middle, car to the infield. He's going to keep it there. Great battle at the front. 5 to go. Schilling leads that lap. Comes Gross across the nose. He might have gotten really close to the wall. Had to really check that car up to keep it out of the fence. Now Schilling goes to the top side. Short slider closes him off. J.J. Schilling out in front, 4 to go. Rundle still in third, but Sobiek's all over him. 3 to go when we come out of 3 and 4. We'll be going back to the leaders. Just wanted to see what these two were doing back here real quick. This is for the final podium spot. Sobiek had to back it off, got out of shape. We'll go to the lead. Schilling starting to get away. May not be much of a battle the rest of the way as caution, and that's going to change everything. Not sure who the caution was for. I didn't see anybody sideways. Didn't see anybody get slowed up too much. Oh, there's a car out of shape. I saw that. Just, the 112 of Chris Johnson. That's who. And he got the fence, I think, more than anything. He and the 29 there of Carlson. Close proximity. And Carlson maybe gets a little sideways here. Yep, and that clips Johnson just enough. There's your caution right there. So it was getting down to where we were coming to 2 to go, and that was going to make it very interesting because Schilling had about 4 car lengths. Now we get a restart. And nobody restarts them better than the guy on the outside right there. Andy Gross in the 14 machine. This is a single file restart, inside 5 to go. Green, white, checker attempt right here. Schilling.
Green, green, green.
J.J. Schilling with a good start. Gross got a good start as well. Rundle and Sobiak in behind. Sobiak trying to go to the top side. He's got the momentum. Now Rundle's going to have to fight on the bottom for third. White flag in the air. Schilling, Gross, Sobiak. 1, 2, 3. Rundle in fourth. Ryan Fisher sitting in the 5th spot down the backstretch. Final time. J.J. Schilling's going to pick up the win. Andy Gross in second. Nick Sobiak takes third from Rundle on the last restart, and he will stand on the podium tonight with the big blocks here at Cedar Lake. Get these guys around and get them to give us a good park here. All right. Get a look at Nick Sobiak's car. I think all 3 drivers are in chat with us. So Nick Sobiak, let's grab you. Andy Gross and J.J. Schilling. Hey, where'd he go? Here he is. Nick Sobiak, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, great finish there. Last restart, you stole the podium away from Rundle. Tell us a little bit about the feature and those last couple of laps.
Yeah, it was a hell of a feature. Started 18th, started on the bottom. Bottom was a little slick. I went to the top as fast as I could. Kind of worked from there, started picking off spots, started 4th on the last restart, single file restart, and then we finished 3rd. Ran around the top side, 1 and 2, past Reed. It was good racing.
Yeah, it looked like it was getting a little treacherous, and the line was kind of starting to change a little bit. Nothing down on the bottom. Were you able to make any moves down there?
I was not. No, it was too slick. Top side was where it was at today.
All right, man, a fantastic run. Who do you got helping you out before we let you get out of here?
I want to thank my mom, my dad, my sister, VLR Chassis, Faster Motors, RLV, and just everyone that's got me to this point.
All right, man, thanks for chatting with us. Look forward to seeing you next week back when we're on our regularly scheduled program.
All right, thank you.
Nick Sobiak comes home in 3rd. Let's move on to our second place finisher. We talked to him earlier this evening in the UMP
Serious?
mods, and tonight he comes home 2nd in the big blocks. Andy Gross, are you there?
Yeah, I got you, Roger.
All right, man. Well, another podium finish tonight on a special night. Tell us about your feature run here and battling JJ there for the win.
Man, all I can say is for the people out there watching, we put on a hell of a show. Yeah, there was a lot of cautions, but, man, if we could have kept the cautions down, that racing was intense.
Yeah, it looked like everybody was kind of up on the wheel, and you guys at the front really were working on each other. And you and JJ, slide job city there for a little bit. How much fun is it when you know you can trust a guy to keep it out of you?
Well, anytime you run and just throw slider after slider and keep them clean and give each other enough room, and makes you back out of the break, and try to break the crossover. And just as long as it's all clean, hey, that was super fun.
All right, man, a fantastic run, another podium finish. Who's helping you out each and every week before we let you take off and celebrate?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out again to Nate Nowak from Henco Water Jet Supply for all your water jet needs. Paul Peterson at Shark RC Bodies for your drag racing bodies, dirt oval bodies. Ski Graphics, David Kajerski for all your graphic design work. Shout out to Scrub-a-Dub. I just want to say again to Jason, what a phenomenal run. My mother-in-law, my dad, all the guys from James E. Bait Raceway that are watching tonight. And thanks for my wife for letting me do this on a Sunday. And now it's time to go watch the broadcast after it's uploaded.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you taking the time. See you back in the regularly scheduled cars next week, sir.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. We got 4 races to go, and we all got to get up on that wheel, baby.
All right, man. Second place, Andy Gross. Now we will move on to the man of the minute. I would give him an hour, but it's JJ, and, it's that kind of a deal. JJ, you there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Great run, a fantastic battle with you and Andy there, man. Talk to us about battling Mr. Gross for the win and you coming out on top tonight.
Oh, those yellows helped him a lot. And I mean, he was. If we didn't have those yellows, I don't think it would have been much closer of a race. Those slide jobs after slide jobs, it was awesome. Always can trust Andy around me.
Well, fantastic run. You pick up the win. I know it's a fun night, but it's got to give you a little bit of confidence and momentum as we head back to the street stocks and the late models next week.
Oh, for sure. After last week with Epcar, I mean, this was pretty good to finally get back up here.
All right, man. A great run. Congratulations on the win. Who do you got to give some shout-outs, some thank yous to before we let you celebrate?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to J&A Auto Train, Roscoff RV, LeMay Motorsports, and my little cousin Maddie. I know she's watching again.
All right, man. Congratulations again. Look forward to seeing you next week. Hopefully back on the podium, sir.
Yep, me too. See ya.
JJ Schilling wins it. Andy Gross was second. Nick Sobiak, third. Reed Rundle, fourth. Ryan Fisher, fifth. Sixth to Jordan Matson. Scott King comes home seventh. Good run for Mr. King. Eighth to Gary Budzine, Peter Brees in ninth, Dean Burnt in 10th, Jason Enoch 11th, Caden Carlson 12th. Chris Johnson comes home 13th, 14th to Blake Johnson, Steve Nicholas in 15th, Dean Gagliano 16th, RJ Tackman 17th, 18th to Brandon Hull, Tony Itzkowski in 19th, and John Burnside rounded out the field. That is going to do it for me tonight. I know Dom is live right here on the page. I am kind of keeping an eye on that. He has got Dirt Kings going tonight. They are in the big block mods at Charlotte, and so far I've seen a lot of really good racing. Go by and support Dom. Say hi in the chat to him. It's only on the Dirt Racing Network Facebook page, so go say hi to him. Tomorrow night, Dirt Slingers 360 Wing Sprint Cars, Lima Land Motorsports Park. 8 o'clock Eastern. Dom will be back on the call on that as I have race control duties tomorrow night. 4 shows in a row tonight for you guys. I hope you enjoyed each and every one of them. Can't wait to get back to it on a Wednesday evening again. I think we're going to be doing SSR when we finish up with the Dirt Slingers, so look for that. But each and every night this week we will have something for your fancy. Come and check it out. Like, shares, and follows. Subscribe at YouTube and Twitch. And until we see you the next time, guys, keep it dirty, everybody.